Good morning, baseball fans. Welcome back to the iHeart Sports MLB Recap. In this one, we're going to go over Tuesday, September 7th. We have 15 games, so we're going to jump right into it. Just off the top, I want to congratulate Pete Alonso. He hit his 100th home run yesterday, making him the second quickest player behind Ryan Howard to do so. Don't worry, though. Tatis Jr. is right on his tail for possibly passing both of them. We'll see how that goes for him. On top of that, Wander Franco, 37 games in a row of getting on base. He passes Mickey Mantle for the most games in a row as a player that's 20 or younger for getting on base. 37. That is quite the milestone, being the same sentence as Mickey Mantle, let alone passing him. And Gerrit Cole leaves the game. We'll get to that in a bit. Twins 3, Indians 0 off the top. Game where it doesn't matter too much. These guys are playing. Twins put up a couple runs, one in the 5th, 7th, and 9th. Rooker hits his 7th home run of the season, while the Indians get shut out, both teams having 7 hits in the game. Gaunt goes 5, 0 earned runs. Still having the walk issue, but he strikes out 7. He's walking 4. Cavalli goes 4.2, 1 earned run, and 6 Ks. He's going to get the loss, giving up only the 1 earned run. No run support for him. Twins, just doing twinny things. I guess that's what I'll say. Pirates 3, Tigers 2. So I think that's back-to-back win now for the Pirates or the Tigers. I think. I'm kind of forgetting what happened yesterday. But in this case, the Pirates were out 1-0 before Detroit put up 2 in the 3rd, just generating those runs. Grossman had a RBI in there, and Hill as well. On the other side, Hayes, a 2-hit night, but Ben Gamal, 3-hit, 2 RBI night, leads the team, leads the way. And no home runs from either side. Pretty interesting. Peralta goes 4, 1 earned run, and 3 Ks. He's going to get the no decision. Peters, on the other side, 4 earned run, 4 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, and 5 Ks. Again, a no decision situation. But yeah, the bullpen Lang, Golden's in there, and he's going to get the loss. Mets at 9, Marlins 4. Already talked about Pete Alonso making history a little bit there. But the Mets, they are now 1 game above 500. And they're looking to close the gap. I believe the Braves won, though, so they're not going to close in on them. But everyone's going to count. At least they don't fall further behind. After 3 innings, it was 4-4 between these guys. And then it wasn't until the 6th where the Mets had a big inning where they put up 3 and they didn't have to look back. Pete Alonso again leading the way, 2 hits, 3 RBIs, multi-home run night, 32 now on the season. And on the other side, we're seeing no home runs at all for the Marlins. Of course, we're pretty used to seeing that. Cabrera goes 2.1, 4 earned runs, giving up 1 home run and a bunch of walks. Not a great outing for him. A little bit rough with walks. Seemed to have some control issues. Carrasco goes 5, 1 earned run, 4 Ks. Bringing the ERA down, it's still 5.88, but it's probably the side of Carrasco that the Mets had hoped they'd see a lot earlier this season. Moving along, Orioles 7, Royals 3, and the Orioles were out 4-0 right in that first inning. Stewart hitting his 12th home run, a 2-run bomb. We also have Hayes hitting his 16th, Mullins his 27th, coming in the 7th inning, which at the time gave the Baltimore a little bit more of a lead. It was 7-2. Didn't have to really look back. Carlos Santana hits his 19th, coming in that 4th inning. That put up the 2nd run for the Royals, but that's as close as they're going to get at 6-2 at the time. Wells goes 4, 2 earned runs, 2 Ks. Wells Coar goes 6 earned runs and 7 Ks, and 9.53 ERA. This Kansas City rotation, they have shown some brief instances of light, but other than that, most of the season, they're going to be charged with the disaster that they saw. Blue Jays 5, Yankees 1, and this game has just been a turning point for the Blue Jays in the past, whatever. They are now 9-1 in their last 10. They've won 6 in a row with back-to-back wins against the Yankees, and for the most part, they've had the Yankees' number this season. The Jays did get out to a quick lead in that 2nd inning when Alejandro Kirk hits his solo shot, We also see the Yankees answer back by generating a run in the bottom of the third. They could have got more damage in there, but they didn't. Alejandro Kirk has a second home run in this game coming in the 8th inning. It's an insurance run at the time, making it 5-1. But we also have to give credit to Marcus Semien, who continues to be on a roll. He hit his 38th bomb. That's 6 home runs for Semien in the past 6 games. Jays are hot, and they are now 2 games out of a wild card spot, with both the Yankees and Boston losing yesterday. On top of that, Jays are the top team outside the wild card now, so there's no more teams to hop without getting into the wild card. Mats goes 6-1 earned run and 6 Ks, and Gerrit Cole goes 3.2 earned runs and 2 Ks. Big story here with Gerrit Cole leaving the game. He motions to the dugout and says, "Get me out of here," essentially. No discussion, really, just quickly leaves the game. So that's when you know it's an injury, and reports are that it's a hamstring injury. So we'll see if he's out for long. Otherwise, that could be the end of his Cy Young bid. Rays 12, Red Sox 7, and these Rays, they're just continuing to smash pretty much any team that gets in their way. Poor Boston had to deal with COVID the last little while and still having to deal with that issue. But they were pretty much out of this immediately. 3-1 in the second, and then the Rays just started piling on. 2 runs in the third, 1-1-1, and a 4 spot in the 7th to take a 12-1 lead. I've already talked about it. Wander Franco keeps his streak alive, passing Mickey Mantle, becoming the top player, 20 and under, who has 37 straight games getting on base. That's just insane for a 20-year-old. Nelson Cruz leads the way for his team. 4 hits, 4 RBIs, 2 home runs. He's up to 30 on the season. That's just, Nelson Cruz is just a monster. Zanino also has multi-home run game. He's up to 29, and Luplo, 10th for him. On the other side, Boston makes a late surge, I guess you could call it. It's not really a surge because they're pretty much out of it, but they put up 6 runs in the late innings. Bobby Dahlbeck hitting 2 home runs in those 2 innings, putting them up to 20 on the season, and Santana gets his 5th. We see Rasmussen go 5-1 and run 2 Ks, picking up his 2nd win of the season, 3.25 ERA, and Eduardo Rodriguez 3.2, 6 runs, giving up multi-pole home runs, and the bullpen doesn't do much better. This is atrocious for the Red Sox. They've really been skidding these past couple months, and now their wild card spot is in jeopardy to the Blue Jays. Mets talk with Hayden and Ulan. Thanks, buddies, for joining. Nice to see you both. Alonso hits his 100th and 101st home run. Yes, he does. It's a good night for him. Jays, woo, you know it, buddy. Braves 8, Nationals 5. So with the Phillies surging lately and the Braves not kind of struggling, the Braves find a big win over a division rival here. They're up 5-1 after 4. But the Nationals did tie it up in the top of the 7th when Hernandez hits a 3-run bomb, his 8th of the season, and but Atlanta immediately answers back. In that 7th inning, Albus hits his 2-run bomb, and they add an insurance run in the 8th, and they're able to walk away with a much-needed win. Duvall also in there early in the game in his 1st inning, hitting his 32nd of the season. What a monster he's been since coming to the Braves. Fried goes 6, 1 run, 5 Ks, exactly what they need from their star lefty. And Will Smith comes in for his 31st save of the season. Espinino goes 5 earned runs, 7 Ks. Not a great outing for him, but puts his team in a position to win, which is really all you need. But his team bails him out, and he's going to get charged with a no decision. Reds 4, Cubs 3, and the Reds needed this one. They really needed this one, and it was very close. They were up 2-1 basically the whole way before they added a couple runs in the 8th for insurance. India got his team out to a quick lead in that 1st inning, his 19th of the season, and Castellanos goes in that same inning. So they're up 2-1 in that by the end, or 2-0 by the end of the 1st, both off those solo shots, and in the 8th where they generate 2 more runs. Contreras hits his 18th, Ortega his 10th, and Ian Happ his 20th. So 3 solo shots coming out of the Cubs side of things. We also see Ian Happ have a 3-hit night, which is nice to see for him. Wade Miley goes 7-1 and run 8 Ks, and as soon as the starting pitchers come out for the Reds, the trouble starts to begin, and Lorenzen gets his team 2 earned runs against, but manages to get out. Givens coming in for the 6th save of the season. Sampson goes 5, 2 earned runs, giving up a couple of solo shots, but it's not too bad. Still sporting the 220 ERA. Dodgers 7, Cardinals 2, and the Dodgers might be the team that just seems to put everyone in their place when they're on a little bit of a streak. They put Philly in their place earlier. They put Atlanta a little bit in their place. Now they're putting the Cardinals in their place. This might be devastating to the Cardinals' chances now losing 2 in a row to the Dodgers. They did exchange runs in the first. The Cardinals actually held a short lead in that 3rd inning. But then we see the Dodgers just turned on 2 runs in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and even more in the 9th. Justin Turner leading the way for his team. Multiple home run night. He's up to 23 on the season. He's been a little quiet this season, but coming in when it matters. Albert Pujols again hitting a home run, his 17th of the season off his former team. And we see Will Smith hit his 23rd. Dodgers send out their bullpen style pitching and get it done. And J.A. Happ goes 5, 4 earned runs and giving up a couple of home runs. Typical kind of style, rough loss for the Cardinals. Astros 5, Mariners 4, and this game was great. Astros were out 2-0 early, but we see the Mariners claw it back, putting up 2 in the 5th, and a solo shot in the 6th gives them the lead off the bat of Kyle Seager, his 34th of the season, and they're holding on pretty strong. They even added an insurance run in the 9th inning, just generating it, but then it's the bats of Houston that keep them in it. Tuve did hit his 26th of the season solo shot in that 3rd inning that gave them the 2-0 lead originally, and then we see Bregman coming in the bottom of the 9th, hitting a 2-run shot that sends it to extras, to which Carlos Correa walks the team off in the bottom of the 10th, putting a little bit of dasher hopes in Seattle. They're not going to be able to really close in on Houston now. I think that puts them 5 games back from Houston. They still are only 3 games back from the wild card, but they have been hopped by the Blue Jays, who are one of the hotter teams in the MLB right now. So given the run differential, you would think Seattle's going to have trouble making up that ground, but of course, that's why they play the games. 4.1 for Gilbert, 2 earned runs, and 5 strikeouts. Odorizzi goes 5, 2 earned runs, 3 Ks. Both these guys are going to get off the hook as we go to extras, and the bullpens settle the score. Giants 12, Rockies 3, and with the Dodgers winning, of course, the Giants maintain division lead by 1 game. They have to win too, and they were out smashing early. 5 runs in the first 2 innings, adding 3 more in the 5th, and by that point, they're up 8-1, and they don't have to look back. Yastrzemski hits his 22nd home run. That's all it is, and other than that, it's just a bunch of doubles coming from the Giants side and a bunch of hits. Top of the lineup, a couple multiple hits. Bottom of the lineup, Dugar 3-hit, 3 RBI night. Yastrzemski a 2-hit, 3 RBI night. It's pretty much the highlight there. Another highlight, Logan Webb. 7 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, and 6 Ks. I'm probably going to get this stat wrong. I think over a 14-game streak, Logan Webb is the first guy to go 7-0 with a below 1.5 ERA. I think that's something like that. Since Felix Hernandez in like 2012. It's been a long time. Over a 14-game span. No losses and like a massively good ERA. Gonzalez goes 1.1, giving up 5 earned runs. He doesn't get out of the second. Giants just hit around. They hit around the bullpen. Their offense is here to play, but they still only have a 1-game lead on the Dodgers. So keep an eye on that. Rangers 3, Diamondbacks 1. Not a whole lot to say with these guys. Diamondbacks were out 1-0 early off the bat of Rojas, who knocked someone home. Looked like Varsho he hit home, but then we see the Rangers put up a 3-spot, capped by Martin hitting a 2-hit or 1-hit RBI single, I guess. That caps that 3-run 4th inning, but that's all she really wrote. Howard goes 2, and then we see Lyles come in for 7 innings on the back end. I'm not sure if that's a little strange of occurrence, but he went 7, 1 earned run, 3 Ks. He's going to get the win. Zach Gallen goes 6.2, 3 earned runs, 8 Ks. Again, a pretty good outing for Gallen, but he's going to get charged with the loss. No offensive support. White Sox 6, Athletics 3, and Athletics are continuing to skid. They will go from the Blue Jays series to this series. Not a great look for them right now. They're also 3 games out. I think they're tied with the Mariners. White Sox and them, they exchange runs in that first. Neither team scoring home runs in the entire game. Just a bunch of generated games. White Sox. The only difference here is the White Sox had that 3-run 5th inning. Otherwise, they exchanged runs in the 8th as well. And we see the White Sox bring in their star-studded bullpen that could close this one out after Lambert goes 5 1-run 2 Ks. We see Kimbrel come in. Hendricks come in for his 33rd save of the season. Kepler-Linen goes 4 1-run 4 Ks. And then the A's bring in their bullpen. I'm surprised they didn't try to stretch out Kepler-Linen a little bit, but I know every time they do, it doesn't do so well. But the A's bullpen has not been good, and now they're streaking the wrong way. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be the end of their season soon. Angels 4, Padres 0. Not a lot to play for the Angels, but the Padres are playing for everything, and they are continuing. They are now tied again for that last wildcard spot with the Reds because the Reds won and they lost. Angels playing spoiler, going 2 runs in the 7th, 2 runs in the 9th. That's it. Renfrigo gets his 3rd home run coming in the 9th. Doesn't matter too much. Snell goes 7, giving up 2 earned runs and 11 Ks. There's 1 hit in there. Pretty much 1 hit does all the damage, which is pretty unfortunate for them. Hill, Stammen, rough game for the Padres. They're on the ropes. Like they're the one team. They're like the Boston right now, but Boston's a little bit ahead at least. But the Padres are on the ropes as well. But you guys got it. 15 games, lots of action, lots of important things. And I'm looking at this and I'm realizing I missed a game. I don't know how we missed it. But the Brewers 10, Phillies 0. I don't know how we missed it. So I'm going to toss it in here right at the end. Not a whole lot to say. Nola struggling for sure. Brewers, Garcia. 25th home run of the season coming in the 7th inning. They were already up 6-0 at the time. They put up 3 in the 3rd, 3 more in the 6th to take a big lead. Nola goes 5, 306 Ks. Lower goes 7, 005 Ks. Again, just another instance of a team that needs to win, just not finding the wins down the stretch. Phillies, of course, they're playing the Brewers, so tough game. But there you have it, guys. A little bit of a stretch to get that 15th game in there, but you got it, and that's going to be a wrap for me. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon. Matt, sorry you are coming right at the end here, but I'm going to have it uploaded in a second. Timestamps will be added immediately, so if you want to watch a specific game or whatnot, you can do so, or just watch the whole thing. And don't forget to smash that like button. We will see you guys for that next video. NFL Power Rankings, NFL starting tomorrow, so that's going to be exciting. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.